So we're going to be installing the Compact Air Plus, and these are the parts to the hanging kit that is included in the box with the dehumidifier. It's included in the price. You have the J hooks, you have your hardware kit here, the rubber mounting straps. This is the cradle the dehumidifier sets on, and you have the instructions. So some of the tools that you're going to need to do this installation, we have a 1/2 inch wrench, 9/16 wrench, a 5/32 wood drill bit. That's for pre-drilling the holes for these lags. We have a 7/16 socket, and we have a 9/16 socket. These bolts here, of course all of the bolts are going to get washers, but these bolts here go right up through here, and they'll screw into the feet threads of the dehumidifier. So I've kind of pre-assembled what I could outside of the crawl space to make it a little bit easier once I get under there. And this is how the J hooks are going to be installed. You have a lock nut on the bottom, and this is a lock nut as well, or works as a lock nut and washes on either side. There's been a fair bit of attention given to vibration, so we have a rubber grommet here. We have this rubber pad that's going to absorb a fair bit of vibration. And we have the rubber mounting straps as well. The other thing you're going to need is a tape measure so that you can set these lag bolts where they need to be, and also the distance that the feet are, right? And that's going to be around 14.5 inches, 14 3/4 inches, something like that. All right, let's go install this. Get this other light here plugged in. Okay, I'm going to tilt that a little bit that way. You can see just how much light these things give off. It's quite a bit. Lights it right up. Okay. So here's our little pack of stuff. Here's my drill. Alright. So I'm going to mount it right here between these two floor joists. We got 16 inches here, and our platforms are over here. And these are 19 inches. So just looking at the way it lines up here, we're going to be attaching them to the outside of that joist and to the outside of this joist. So I'm going to use this to make sure everything is straight and my dehumidifier is not kittywampus one way or the other. And I guess it doesn't really matter which two I get on. So let's just use a nice round number here. Let's come back 16 inches. That should give us some room. So I'm going to drill up this to make things a little more uniform. Let's do this. Okay, there's my mark there. And let's go up 3 inches. Right here. Alright. First hole. Okay. And front to back, is around 14.5 or 15 inches, and these can swing a little bit, so it's not absolutely
critical to get it to the 1/8 inch or anything like that. So here's, I'm gonna go 15 inches here. And then we're gonna go up another 3 inches, just like that front one. So there's my spot there. There's one tough knot right there. There it is. Okay. So a ratchet is going to be the easiest way to do this, fastest way to do this. So I can see right now yeah, that'll be alright. That'll be alright. Okay. So I'm going to probably try this a couple of different ways. How to do this the easiest way. Let me put this in the back. Actually, let me do this first. Put it back here. I think too, the other way I'm going to go is go out so that the hooks don't rest against the dehumidifier. It looks pretty close to being spot on right there. Yeah, that's alright. So now I'm going to get the dehumidifier. See if we can manhandle this guy on there. Alright, here we go. This one I don't have to turn on its side. And something you should consider with these is they should remain upright if you plan on plugging them in as soon as you install them. If for whatever reason you have to turn them on their side or upside down or whatever, you should let them sit for a couple of hours before you turn them on. I'm dragging them because I left the feet on it. I'm dragging in all kinds of the outside here. All that stuff back outside. Alright, so it's just gonna be, I'm just gonna be inching along here. Okay. You just gotta watch these corners because they are pretty sharp. Alright, so here's my plan. I'm going to put the tail end in that cradle and then strap the front. So there's going to be a little bit of tipping, but it shouldn't upset it that bad. Okay. Here we go. We got lots of room. Alrighty, that one alright. Gotta do this side. Alright, there we go. Not too terrible. Can be done by one person. Although this would be a lot easier with another person. So before I level it, I'm going to get under here and line up these threaded feet holes and get the hanger secured before I start moving it around. And then I know that at least I'm straight to my brackets.
I can't really see on the camera, but they line right up.
It must be the 1/2 inch.
Give them a couple turns. Make sure they're snug. Snug enough, I suppose. It's not like if they fell out, the dehumidifiers can fall down.
Be careful you don't squash this part here too much when you tighten it. You just want to get the bolts to get a nice grip on the unit. So the step I want to do now is make sure we've got it level. I need to change my socket to the 9/16. This is a lock nut, so you'll have to hold the J-hook when you tighten it. Let's see how we're doing here. This side's got to go up there. This side's got to go down, one or the other. Let me back up this bolt here. Use my wrench to hold it. We're not going to use the flexible line. So something that's worth being said is making sure that this stays level and not tipping it towards the discharge. It's not necessary. If you want your unit to not leak, level is the place it needs to be. That's how it was designed. The drip pan inside is set to be level, and in any angle that's necessary would have been done in engineering. So we're going to take that fitting out and we're going to replace it with this fitting. Our pipe is 3/4. So it'll fit right on there. So this is not under pressure. I'm not going to bring down the Teflon tape. I'm just going to make sure she's nice and snug and that she's got a pretty good fall and the water's not going to hang around very long to leak. And I'm going to test it before I glue up the joints to make sure that there's no leaks.